members of the Board of Education, Dr. Mustick, teachers, parents, friends, and our honored guests, the class of 2012. On behalf of the Rhinebeck School District, I welcome you to the 117th commencement of Rhinebeck High School. I'd like to invite everyone to stand, please, and join us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Mustick, Dr. Ferraro, honored guests, faculty, family, friends, welcome. I'd especially like to welcome my fellow classmates, the Rhinebeck graduating class of 2012. When I sat down to write this speech, I had a sudden realization that was a bit unsettling, scary even. Today is the last time that this class will be sitting together. All 101 students of the Rhinebeck class of 2012 will probably never be together in one place again. After realizing this, I thought that this speech would be a great opportunity for me to speak to you directly, my fellow classmates. It was only natural for me to talk about something that I am passionate about. And those of you who know me will not be surprised to find out that I'm here to speak to you today about running. It all started back in 7th grade when one seemingly unimportant decision to join the modified cross-country team became extremely significant. Originally, I had signed up to play modified soccer, but I ended up joining the cross-country team because my best friend was doing it. And to be honest, my friend could have probably signed up for the modified cliff diving team, and I would have followed him. But now, over 5 years later, running has become an important part of my life. And the reason it is so important is that it has taught me many lessons about life that I would like to share with you in our last moments together. Lesson number 1. Running taught me that it only takes one moment, one decision, to change the entire path of your life. If I hadn't followed my friend onto the cross-country team, I would have never become a runner. So as we leave high school, be open to new experiences. Don't be afraid to leave your comfort zone. You never know when a choice you make will lead you to discovering something wonderful. Now, I'm sure a lot of you here this evening don't really believe that running can be enjoyable. I often get questions like, so do you just enjoy being really tired and sweaty? And while it's true that running can make you both tired and sweaty, I fell in love with the other aspects of the sport. I loved the camaraderie of the cross-country and track teams, the freedom to run when and where I wanted, and the self-satisfaction that comes from achieving a personal best time, or completing a challenging run. However, as I grew older and the competition became more intense, the joys of running became mixed with moments of disappointment and anxiety. The sport demanded much more from me than just the physical act of running. It started draining me mentally and emotionally. Eventually, I began to dread running entirely, especially competitions. Most of all, I feared failure. These feelings got progressively worse until at the end of my final track season at Rhinebeck, I chose not to compete in the county or state qualifier meets. I was so overwhelmed by anxiety and the pressure I put upon myself that I could not fathom competing. All of this leads me to the second lesson that running taught me. We are all going to fail at one point or another. We will set a goal that we will never achieve or hit an obstacle that prevents us from achieving it. Personally, I failed to achieve any of the goals I had set for myself my senior year as a runner. And as disappointing as that was, it finally taught me to stop fearing failure, because I had failed and I survived. In our lives after high school, accepting failure will be a key to our success. As Winston Churchill said, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. The final lesson running has taught me is related to what runners call hitting the wall. In racing, hitting the wall is when your muscles run out of energy and you suddenly find yourself unable to keep going. And as much as you want to finish the race in a fast time, your body won't allow you to. However, besides testing your physical ability, the wall is also a great test of character. You may have to walk, stop, even collapse to the ground. And you will realize that you won't be able to finish the race the way you wanted. But those who have the determination to go on, to finish the race anyway, even if it isn't the way they envisioned it, those people will be successful. I've hit the wall before, and I've failed to achieve many goals, but I'm still a runner. And I know that I will keep running in some form or another because it is something I'm passionate about. Are we all runners? Most of you would be quick to answer no to that question, but I disagree. Life is the race. We are all runners. So I hope that you can take something from my lessons and use it in your own race. Congratulations to the Rhinebeck class of 2012.
I have a rule: I never follow a winner. That's incredible. Thank you. That was extraordinary. I just want to take a moment to thank the band, because you don't know how many young people and our band leader are sitting in this little pit and struggling as this is all going on. So thank you guys and ladies for doing this. John, thank you. Welcome and congratulations to our graduates, teachers, family members, and friends. You know, graduates, success comes in many forms and is defined differently for each of us. But there's one common factor of success that is measured more by actions than by words. I'm a little prejudiced, but I've witnessed our students in action, and I see evidence of their success and caring each day. For example, you may not know this, but our graduating class of 101 has completed 12,039 and a quarter hours of community service, going well beyond what's required and certainly well beyond what we might have imagined. It speaks volumes about your character and your commitment of our students. Another recent example of spirit of generosity was giving something that happened at the prom. Now, I know for many parents, those of you who lived through the dress drama, the incredible cost, the worry associated with students staying out after the prom, this isn't your favorite memory of high school. But let me share a story that might help put that into perspective. The tradition of our school is that our junior class gives a gift to the graduating seniors. It's so part of our culture that we forget how unique this is and what a wonderful example it is of the values of our district that our district believes in. It's about individuals working selflessly for others. That alone speaks volumes about our community, about our students. But that's really just the start. The night of the prom was really magical. As always, although it was a little rainy, okay, the juniors can't fix everything. The food, the room, the music, every detail was attended to. Clearly, students had spent many hours working to ensure that everything was going to be perfect. And after a few hours of sound-breaking music and lively dancing, we all participated, it's a lot of fun. At about 11 p.m., the lights dimmed and the junior class presented just one more gift to the seniors. This was a montage of photos of the senior class from their time together as they grew up. It was a wonderful gift because it summed up what is best of our students, our community, and our schools. And as I stood in the back and I watched, I saw our fine young men and women riveted to the screen, laughing and joking about each picture and remembering that special moment with that special friend. Watching our young people look at their lives together, laughing and hugging, you could feel that unique bond. The class standing together, watching one of those very special moments that I wish I could have captured for each parent in this audience tonight, was amazing to see. In that instance, I realized what makes our students so special. It is the ability to give selflessly to others, to care deeply about one another. It is about a human connection. We all agree that Rhinebeck's a very special place, but often it's hard to put into words or to say exactly what that means. And I often wonder, is it the size? Is it that our students stay together for 13 years with very little change? Is it our connection to the school and the community? Or is it simply that our schools are truly one thing that binds the community together? This excellence, tradition of excellence, goes back 117 years. Whatever the reason, for that moment at the prom and on nights like tonight, we can all agree there's a feeling of connection and caring is palpable, and indeed is evidenced by our outstanding graduates. How you live your life now will shape how you live your entire life. Who you are has been shaped by your DNA, your family, your friends, and yes, who you are has even been shaped by your time here at Rhinebeck. So now, in these final moments, as Rhinebeck students, you need to take a minute and reflect on the question, is the person you are today the person you want to be? You know, since I make these speeches this year, I want them to be meaningful. I read a good deal of material and I review other people's work, and I've discovered that pretty much everybody gives the same advice. So I'm going to summarize it for you. Be strong both physically and mentally. Stay fit both physically and mentally. Nothing is good in excess. Enjoy everything from food to fun in moderation. Be persistent. Decide what you want to do and stay focused on the goal until you accomplish it. You are going to meet obstacles. Those of you who are successful will pass them. Be joyful. Learn to laugh at the world and at yourself. Things never go as we expect. And if you take yourself too seriously, you'll surely be disappointed. Enjoy life each day. Be of service to others. Clearly you understand that. And don't wait for a major event to be a hero. Be a hero in small ways each day. We see examples of this countless times, and we usually only pay attention when it's a big event. But daily events are just important. Today's a daily event. Congratulations to the class of 2012. It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Robert Marone.
This is a little bit of a challenge for me. You know, one of the reasons I'm here is I run the intern program at WVOX Radio, and I'm always teaching the students to keep the microphone by their mouth, and I want to look at you a little bit when I do this. First of all, some housekeeping. I guess it's 5:30, coming in on 6 o'clock. We promised to get you out of here by 9 or 9:30. If it won't be too long, I promise you. And if you can't see down here, there are 30 people down there. You could fish for humans. They're sweating. By the way, congratulations again to the band. And on a serious note, first of all, I realize I should say thank you. I'm going to go backwards. The graduating seniors, the superintendent, the principal of the school, all the good teachers, the administrators, and all of you parents. But I'm here mostly for the students, and you don't know what's ahead of you. And I need to say this first. This is a very, I do the radio every day, 3 or 4 hours a day, and I get nervous sometimes. But I realize what an important day this is. You'll never do this again. I mean, this is one of those classic first days of the rest of your life, and you'll remember it. And I've tried to honor that in my remarks here today. So good luck to you, and I'll tell you what my remarks are about. One of the things that distinguishes this country of ours from, well, when we founded it, from the great powers of Europe, is that it's based on talent. If George Washington had joined the regular army of the British, the thinking is he would not have risen any higher than Major. It's absolutely right. Major would have been it for him because he didn't have the bloodlines. Similarly, John Adams, his father was a shoemaker. And I have to handle this one gingerly, but Alexander Hamilton was illegitimate when the B word really meant something. Born on the island of St. Croix, actually Nevis, he grew up on St. Croix. And what all three of these men had in common was talent. Talent that they pursued because they loved it, they loved this country. Talent that they used as fuel, but really the fuel, if you will, they had that talent. The fuel they had was persistence. And this is true even today. If you look at some of our great presidents, or some of the presidents we've had, you can all consider whether you like them or not, but Ronald Reagan was the son of an alcoholic father. And he went on to be an actor, a commentator, a sports announcer, one of the most beloved presidents we've ever had. Bill Clinton came from what we could politely call, frankly, a working class, a lower working class family. And character flaws aside, he went on to Oxford and became one of the most intelligent presidents and one of the best politically gifted presidents we've ever had. We now live in a country where we have a black president who was born of mixed race parents. He was brought up by a single mother. And here he is, the President of the United States. And if you look at all of the men and people I've just named, and we'll name a couple of others, Colin Powell grew up right down the road in the Bronx, went to City College, was in the ROTC. Again, talented that. There's a woman, and I got her name here, right here from Westchester, and I did not know this until I was preparing another speech. Her name is Carrie Chapman Catt. And some 70 years ago, she started the League of Women Voters in the United States. And she had an uphill battle. She had this talent to organize and to lead. And she's one of the reasons we have the right to vote in this country. What all these people had was talent. When we think of technology and wealth, entrepreneurs, Bill Gates, Stephen Jobs, or Jobs, I always say Jobs, that's my own little bias. And the son of a Greenberg dentist. I think many of you know that Mark Zuckerberg's from Westchester. His father's a dentist, just up the road a little bit. Again, they had three things in common, because talent alone is not enough. What they had in common was they did what they loved, and they used that talent, and they used persistence to get them someplace. When I was preparing these remarks, I was asked by Ms. Ranella to explain why I like to run intern programs and mentor students. Well, after a long career on Wall Street, when a large part of my job was training and evaluating talent, I learned something that has stayed with me all these years. And that is where talent and skill is identified and developed, so long as it's exercised with passion and persistence, it always wins the day. Sure, sometimes, and you're going to see that when you enter college, you'll have some professors that aren't that good. When you enter the work world, you will lose promotions you deserve. You might even get some others that you don't. And sometimes you'll have a boss that doesn't get you, just doesn't get you, and you won't get what you deserve. And those are some of the speed bumps. But if you have talent and you persist with the talent that you have, it really does win the day. Again, going to Ms. Ranello, she wanted to know why I love mentoring interns. Well, the thing I learned when first we do an intern program is to bring in the students and make them comfortable to be themselves. And I'm looking at the parents now. What we do it well with our children. We teach them how to say the right thing, to do the right thing, to always make a nice presence, and to always fit in. Well, I have found when I begin the intern programs, It's best to let them be themselves and then see what talent comes out. And we've got kids over the years that we've been doing the intern program here with your school. We found out kids that had great voices, great ability to write, great ability to organize, great ability to research political issues. And sometimes they didn't even know if they could. And then we built on that. And it's just a wonderful thing to see. Now, this particular group, and I want to get to those, in this very graduating class, their thank you letters confirmed what I hoped they had learned. One student wrote, and I quote him, and this is to say that they didn't just come to WVOX to play radio, okay? Interning has shown me that accountability and responsibility are the #1 characteristics that are necessary to be successful. Another, that he understands how important organization and responsibility are. As you can see, again, they didn't come just to play radio or to think they could be fun and have a good time on the air and be semi-famous, although some of them got asked in one of my other groups for autographs from 6th graders. They learned that radio is a serious business. If we don't make money and we don't get ratings and they don't do their assignments on time, we don't make money. And some of the other quotes will shed light on why I love what I do. One student wrote, and I quote, how he came out of his shell and got to accomplish one of his dreams of doing a sports segment on the air. Now I can tell you, this was not some young man, some kid who thought he was the next Mike Francesa. This is a guy who has stars in his eyes. This is a guy who's going to a great school to pursue business. And then he goes on to see how I met one of my dreams by doing a sports report. But you know what he had to do that sports report on the air? He had to get up at 4:30 in the morning, write what we call news copy, show up at the radio station where no one is awake, including me, and put his butt out there, take that risk. And because he loved it, he gave it a shot. And I really admire him for that. And there's another one. Now, what did he say? I want to find this. You'll forgive me. I'm just so impressed with this graduating class. One kid said, of the current crop, he noted how he won't forget and understood the value of writing when he gets to college. We made them write every day. They couldn't get near a microphone unless they wrote. And here's how I want to leave the graduates of Rhinebeck High School. Always remember that nothing will take the place of persistence. You can identify your talent and you should pursue with passion what you love, but nothing, not skills, not talent, although you need talent, you should identify it, but persistence wins the day. Without it, you're a bird that can fly but won't, a car with an engine that stays in the garage. You've got to work hard, but do what you love. And most of all, I want to thank you. I'm honored. I understand that it was the students that asked me to be here today. And I especially want to thank the school administration, the principal, for having me. It was an honor for me. Thank you very much.
This year marks the 20th year the Rhinebeck Teachers Association has given a scholarship award in memory of librarian and teacher Maureen Sullivan. Though I never knew Ms. Sullivan, the people who did not only remember her fondly, they remember her as an enthusiastic advocate for students and a fierce believer in Rhinebeck's credo that all children can learn. The senior receiving the award each year must possess the qualities that Ms. Sullivan held dear: motivation and self-direction, energy and enthusiasm for learning, a belief in the value of service, and an understanding of the role that leadership plays in the success of the group. This year's recipient is a young woman who displays all these qualities and more. Her teachers speak of her as a student who exhibits an intrinsic motivation. She is quiet and focused, and as a result, leads by example. She models the attitude and habits of mind necessary for success. Her diligence and determination, her drive and ability to persevere render her respected by peers and teachers alike. Excuse me. In her years at Rhinebeck, she transformed from a meek child into a capable student, volunteering answers to complex concepts and applying analytical thought. And most important, she brings energy and enthusiasm to everything she does and a positive outlook to almost any situation. Congratulations to Alejandra Galvez, this year's Maureen Sullivan Scholarship winner. Come on down, Alvin.
Welcome, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Mustick, Dr. Ferraro, members of the faculty, family, friends, and fellow classmates. Here we are, together as the class of 2012 for the last time. Another chapter of our lives is essentially over, and we are now left with a blank page before us, which, in my opinion, presents a rather daunting challenge. While independence brings a sense of thrill and anticipation, it also prompts anxiety and a fear of the unknown that makes us more inclined to resist change than to embrace it. That seems logical, though. If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? We have finally reached the pinnacle of our past 18 years of living, and we'd like to enjoy the view for a while. But, as comfortable as we may be, I think we all would agree that it's time to step out on our own, to experience all that the world has to offer, and to begin writing our own definitions of success. And after living in such a close-knit community for as long as we have, I firmly believe that we have been properly equipped to pursue our dreams with tenacity and to fulfill them to their greatest extent. At Rhinebeck, with our characteristically small class sizes, no one is able to slip through the cracks, and everyone is provided with the opportunities to find their genius. As a result, we have all expanded the borders of our intellectual capacities, but also developed a sense of humanity, which is equally important. As Oscar Wilde once said, education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing worth knowing can be taught. And that, I realize, is the epitome of the Rhinebeck experience. Our teachers have become mentors, not only by the deliberate lessons they carry out every day, but by indirectly passing on a set of values whose worth is much greater than the factual knowledge we will come away with. Students have a tendency to pigeonhole teachers in their respective subject areas. But here, with such tightly wound student-teacher relationships, we learn much more than the subject matter from them. And oftentimes, it's not just the message, but the messenger. For the past 6 years, for instance, I have had just 3 math teachers, each of whom deeply influenced the manner in which I thought, and not just in terms of math. Their personalities became embedded in what I learned and how I learned it, thereby affecting the way I responded to the material. We also developed a unique chemistry as a class, having rubbed off on each other over the years. There is certainly a competitive spirit among us, a desire to stand out, or stand above rather, but it is a competitive spirit that doesn't diminish someone else in order to do so. Instead, we use the success of others as a springboard for our own accomplishments, and look to provide the same support in return. By doing so, we have experienced growth as individuals and as a collective whole. We have come a long way from the days of excluding one another at the lunch table, or taping thumbtacks to our teachers' chairs, or putting toothpaste in Oreos as an April Fool's Day joke. And now, it is time for our paths to diverge, as we have all made separate roadmaps for the next chapter of our lives. It's great to plan for your future. Just don't be caught waiting, because nothing really ever happens in the future. Whatever happens, happens now. So So get out there and go for it. Be a leader, not by convincing people to follow you, but by convincing people of their free will to do so. Be courageous, not by eliminating fear, but by doing what is right in the presence of it. And while you're doing so, be sure to fall in love with the process, the pursuit of your dreams, rather than the end result. In other words, you have to want to write more than you want to be a writer, want to heal more than you want to be a doctor, or teach more than you want to be a teacher. Life is too challenging for external rewards to sustain us. The joy is in the journey. Thank you. And congratulations to the class of 2020.
On behalf of the Rhinebeck High School class of 2012, I would like to thank the faculty and administration for the wisdom and guidance you've provided to each of us over the past 4 years. We know it wasn't always easy to get through to us, but each graduate sitting up here today recognizes and appreciates your perseverance. Your tireless efforts have made us not only more accomplished students, but also stronger and more confident individuals, qualities that we will always strive to carry with us. We may still have a lot to learn, but you've given us a great foundation. As a token of our appreciation, the class of 2012 would like to present the Rhinebeck School District with this Hedberg College University map to be placed in the high school guidance office to serve as a helpful tool for all students ready to find their future educational home. Once again, thank you to the faculty and administration, and congratulations to the class of 2012. Thank you.
Class of 2012. This is just great. Thank you for the wonderful and practical gift. And to the officers who are here this evening, thank you for your leadership this year. Throughout the year, you worked tirelessly to help create rich and lasting memories for each member of the class. On behalf of your class, I thank you for the extra effort and the generous spirit in which it was always offered. Thank you very much. We will enjoy that. Good evening. And I didn't know when I prepared my remarks this evening that there's a similar theme running through all of the speakers, and I think I'm going to add to that right now as well. Graduates, throughout your years here at Rhinebeck High School, I have had the honor and the privilege to be a part of your special time, sharing with you the journey of high school. The class of 2012 is a class of leaders, capitalizing on the individual talents of its members, creating an atmosphere of scholarship, respect, and responsibility throughout the entire high school. My hope for you is that as you travel along the road to your future, you will take with you the strength, the commitment, and the determination that define the class of 2012, greeting challenges as opportunities, new experiences as the opportunity to learn and grow, and always strive for excellence with that Rhinebeck spirit and Panther pride. Tonight I want to share with you a passage which has influenced my career and my life choices. I hope that you can find meaning in it for yourself. It reads, "The master in the art of living makes little distinction between his work and his play, his labor and his leisure, his mind and his body, his education and his recreation, his love and his religion. He hardly knows which is which. He simply pursues his vision of excellence in whatever he does, leaving to others to decide whether he is working or playing. To him, he is always doing both. As you embark on your life's journey, pursue your dreams, choose wisely, always aim high, and reach for your personal best. You too will have others asking, is it work or is it play? Remember, it can be both. On behalf of the Rhinebeck High School faculty, I congratulate you and your parents on this very special occasion. May you look back on your high school career with fond memories and appreciation. Best wishes for a lifetime of success, happiness, and a joyful career. Congratulations. And now the moment we've been waiting for. I would like to invite Mrs. Kathy O'Keefe, President of the Board of Education, to present the diplomas to the class of 2012. Mrs. O'Keefe? Kirsten Mucci. Charles Frioli. Brendan Crowley. And now I would like to invite a member of the faculty, Miss Chris Pegno, to present the diploma to her son, Brian Pegno. Morgan Shana. Emily Mastaloni. Chloe Lewis. Jennifer Aguilar. Jessica Alba. Nicholas Alba. Justin Amrine. Raquel Andrade. Matthew Bauer. Alexandra Bagazzo. Marissa Bella. Neil Berlioz. Julia Bellata. Brittany Bishelli. Etienne Bott. Lauren Bradley. Brittany Brescia. Timothy Brown. Lucas Bogdanovich. Marco Callisto. Jessica Calvini. Margaret Castor. Michael Cintron. Maria DeLuca. Elliot Denenberg. Rafael Del Prado. Madden Edwards. Stephen Falco. Dominique Falcone. Zubair Fentis. Leah Ferreira. I have a special announcement, and I'm sorry I forgot this one as we went down the list, but not to be forgotten, Chloe Alexandra Lewis. Chloe, please come join us. Matthew Fox. Rebecca Galern. Alejandra Galvez. Alexandra Geenan. Danielle Giordano. Lynn Glenner. Tessa Good. Yasmina Gorshain. Kayla Guadagnini. Tate Higgins. Robert Holloman. Ashley Hong. Amanda Hurlbut. Mary Rose Inch Mercurio. Dylan Johnson. Justine Joseph. Nicholas Kazarian. Aaron Kim. Lane Kirshner. James Petrozo. Ryan Lee. Stefan Lilstrand. Kimberly Liriano. Virginia Lopez. Peter Lynch. Ivan Martinez. Connor McWilton. Jacqueline Mejia. Dalton Mendez. Nick Monaco. Luke Morgan. Angela Noguchi. And now I would like to invite Mrs. Kathy O'Keefe to present the diploma to her daughter, Virginia O'Keefe. Vinny. And I'd also like to invite a member of our faculty, Mrs. Lori O'Shea, to present the diploma to her son, Connor O'Shea. Brian Primrose. Andrew Ponticello. Pardon me, it seems that these are a little out of order. Let's go back, please. Elizabeth Paredes. Hannah Peterson. Nicole Pineda. Christopher Pinto. Andrew Ponticello. Brian Primrose. Dylan Puglisi. Nick Pecora. Corinne Reimers. Sage Reisner. Emily Rukeyser. Jesse Sachs Hoppenfeld. Vincent Salanitro. Juan Servian. Jordan Smith. William Stetson. Bear Strayer. Alexandra Sullivan. Kevin Tapia. Anthony Tella. Janita Tamali. Taylor Tucker. Edwin Valdez. John Rocco Varama Jr. Ray Weinberg. Sydney Young. Ellie Zapata. Victor Hugo Zarate. Mrs. O'Keefe, I am happy to present to you the class of 2012 who have successfully completed a course of study prescribed by the Board of Education and approved by the University of the State of New York, and who are entitled to be awarded these diplomas. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2012.